Ladies, gentlemen, here with a quick video showing you all the unreleased vehicles for the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC. There's a total of 6 of them, and we're going to be starting off with the Inductor electric bike. Yes, this is an electric bicycle, and the interesting thing about it, it actually also has Coureuse, which in English basically means that if you press the horn button on your respective platform, you will get a boost, which is very interesting because as long as you're pedaling the bike, the boost will actually build up. Meaning that instead of having to bunny hop everywhere like you would on a BMX, you now actually can get a boost. The bike itself is going to cost $50,000, so it's not too bad, and it will also apparently have its own time trials attached to them whenever it comes out. So look forward to this one because it's definitely one of the more interesting vehicles added to the DLC. Moving on to the Weaponized Conada, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little underwhelming. It has a bunch of liveries which has your typical camo stuff, and when it comes to the upgrades to it, there really isn't anything aside from the usual engine upgrades and everything. You cannot really do anything special with the weapons. The weapons themselves are really underwhelming. The missiles seem to be like buzzard missiles, so there's also a cooldown in between shots, which is not really great. The target lock on is going to be probably not all that great either. And the machine guns, well, $3.4 million, by the way. Moving on to the Buffalo EVX, coming in at a cool $2.1 million when it releases, and it will also have HSW and Imani tech. It's an electric vehicle that, in terms of customization, isn't really anything to scream about. However, one of the interesting things about this vehicle is that it seems to have a new sound for its engine, or battery, because it's electric. Now, it might be a little bit difficult to hear, so for that reason I'll compare the Buffalo EVX engine sound to the other electric vehicle within the batch, which is the Coureuse, which is also an electric vehicle but uses the old engine sound. Speaking of the Coureuse, while we're here, we might as well also have a look at its customization. Now, there is something very interesting about the Coureuse here as well. If you have a look at the front and the back bumper, you can actually see a light over there blinking. I'm not sure if that's anything in particular. I'm not super knowledgeable about cars, so someone in the comments can maybe shed a bit more light on this one, but definitely a cool little detail and definitely one of the more interesting and unique looking cars within the game. This vehicle will also come with HSW and also Imani tech, so that's the second electric vehicle. I think the landscape for Imani tech electric vehicles with HSW is going to be looking very interesting, and those folks out there who like to not get absolutely murdered in free roam will have a very good time with this one, as well as the Buffalo EVX. Luckily though, for those who don't particularly care about the environment and want to hear some raw engine sounds going through their ears, the Hotring Hellfire is here to save the day. While it doesn't have an awful lot of customization done to it because it's a Hotring vehicle, it does seem to have a ton of acceleration, and the braking of this thing is just absolutely nuts. I'll show you some gameplay of it as I'm literally going on almost top speed, and the braking of this thing is so good that it comes to a stop in mere seconds. Now for those who've been paying attention, yes, it is indeed a brand new feature to the game never seen on a vehicle before. Those two flaps will go up whenever you use your brakes. Very cool detail, and again, something unique again in this batch of unreleased vehicles. Very cool. And finally, arguably the coolest vehicle for those people who love movies and especially Ghostbusters is this one, the Brigham, coming in at a cool $1.5 million, and yes, this is very much something that you can fully customize to be a Ghostbusters car. Now I wouldn't be surprised if we're not going to see this vehicle until at least around Halloween time, primarily because there's a bunch of things that are going around on Twitter and on the internet about all kinds of wild leaks about the Halloween events, and there's a lot of really cool stuff coming. There's even a unique livery for this one as well, which I'm going to assume is going to be tied to that Halloween event. Now the fun doesn't stop there, because the car also comes with a unique horn sound, which is probably going to be as close to the original movie horn from the Ghostbusters car as you possibly can. And yes, this is going to be incredibly annoying to use against your friends. And there you have it, that is all the unreleased vehicles in GTA Online's San Andreas Mercenaries DLC yet to come to the game. Stay tuned to the channel to see whenever these go live, and I'm pretty certain that all of them are going to be rotating within drip feed, so make sure to check back on the channel every single Thursday for an event week video. With all that said and all that done was it for this one. Thanks for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and if you like what you see on the channel, become a member like Chloe, GTA Plus, Left Lane Looney, and OnlyFans maybe do it. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all later.